Happy New Year if you are watching this at the beginning of 2021. Otherwise, Happy New Day. I believe that every day is a new opportunity to start over. I also believe that setting intentions for the new year, the new week, the new month, the new day are key to actually meeting our goals. Years ago, I stopped making New Year's resolutions because I was pretty much turning into the kind of person that I needed to be in order to meet goals. And that, for me, is being persistent, consistent, showing up, doing what requires to be done to meet goals. Now, 5 years ago or 6 years ago, I went to a women's conference in California, and I found a brand, which, by the way, this video is in no way, shape, form, anything sponsored by my intent. However, the product is a part of my message, so I wanted to share it with you in case you would like to do what I've been doing for the past 5 years. And that is to find a word for the year. And the reason that I find that works better for me is because having that word nearby in the form of a bracelet, which my bracelet for last year was a dare, and I'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. This year's bracelet just arrived. I have not worn it yet. The word is Ata, which is Sanskrit for now. I don't know if you can see it really well, but anyways, Ata, now. And I'll explain why I chose those two words in a little bit. And at the beginning of every year, I cut this one off or just take it off and, dispose of it because I believe that it has completed its purpose for the year. So to give you some examples of why I chose the word dare for last year, and maybe to give you some inspiration on how to choose your word, this is how it helped me. At the very beginning of the year, the way I choose my word is just kind of like tuning in into what I need or want, or a word that comes up often either in how people describe me, or maybe there's something happening in my life that I need to work on. So last year I wanted to dare more in many ways. And I was inspired by my then 18-year-old daughter. Now she's 19. And she had been traveling the world and, doing just a bungee jumping out of planes, doing a bunch of things, traveling on her own. And I was thinking, she is 18 and she's doing all these things, and I am then 56, now 57. I would like to dare more. And maybe not necessarily jump out of planes, but maybe there are other things that I could do for my business or for myself that, as I got older, I felt that I was losing a little bit of that that daring nature of younger people. So when I chose the word dare, I dared right into the last day of the year where I found myself with my youngest daughter, who is 16, doing something that I never thought I would do, which was doing extreme adventures, swinging from trees, being really high up from the ground, and ziplining and stuff like that. And I have a tremendous fear of heights, or have had for most of my life. And so for me that was a big dare. And when I signed up for that, I did not realize how complicated the course was, and I didn't really not know how high up the whole thing was. But then I looked at my bracelet that I don't take off for the most part, and I reminded myself, wait, I wanted to dare more, right? So let's end this year with a bang, 2020, which was hard for everyone in one way or another, and let's end with that dare. And so I wrapped up the year with that. I also dared in my business and in ways where I faced my finances. I'm a creative, but I am not really a person who loves dealing with money and finances and things like that. But I dove into it, and so 2020 was the year that I dared to really get a hold of my business and personal finances and wrap that up. So another thing, what else did I do? Oh my goodness. And then for my 57th birthday, I dared for the whole year to learn how to handstand without having touching the wall. It's called freestanding handstand. And I practiced for months. It's much more difficult to do this when you're older than when you're younger for a variety of reasons. But I dared to do it, and I did it. So again, that there are many more examples, but another year I chose the word grace because it just showed up and kept showing up, and I wanted to be able to face any obstacle, because life really is full of obstacles, with grace. So that was the word for that year. Another year it was flow, because I wanted to allow things to flow and not be a control freak, which I am for some things. Another year was abundance, and the abundance was not only financial, it was also abundance in terms of free time, abundance in terms of taking care of myself, abundance in terms of creativity. And this year, after our 2020 that we have all experienced differently, I chose the word atta now. Atta is Sanskrit, because I I also dared become a certified yoga instructor with over 500 hours of training, and I am learning the Yoga Sutras by heart. So the first Yoga Sutra is Atta Yoga Anusashanam, which is now the practice of yoga begins. But now not only means right this second, it's also an invitation, almost a command, preparing the preparing the atmosphere around you for, well, now is what we have. If I didn't do so well yesterday in whatever, maybe I decided to stop drinking coffee, or maybe I decided I was going to sleep more, or whatever, and I didn't do so well in that. Now I can begin again. Now, this moment. And it's also a reminder to myself that now is the only moment in time when I can make a difference. Now is when I can do something to improve my tomorrow. Now is when I can face any issue that I need to face. Now is all I have. So that was my word choice for 2021. And if you're having difficulty in choosing a word, I would be very lenient with oneself. Just maybe don't force it. Just if and when a word comes to you, then hey, maybe order. I mean, I like this. You can go to myintent.org. Again, it's not sponsored. Nobody's paying me or has asked me to promote this, but I've been using it for 5 or 6 years, and I love it. I give it away. I wear it on my ankle, on my wrist, and it really helps me stay focused for the whole year. Have I ever changed my word during the year? Yes, sometimes I've done that mid-year. I wouldn't be terribly concerned about what word you choose and why. Maybe write 10 words, cross out 5, end up with 3, and pick the one that you like the most, or something like that. I would really like to hear what word you have picked for this year, or whether you're doubting between 1, 2, or even 3 words, which they are and why. If you like this video, please share it, like, and subscribe. And if you didn't, well, there are other videos I have in my channel that might resonate with you. Again, Happy New Year and happy word.